associated with Faber Infinite for almost 8+ years now. How has Pinit's operational excellence journey been in collaboration with Faber Infinite? Can you share some growth number if possible?
I will just say a few things on that. One is that Faber gave us a very stable platform in terms of, like I mentioned earlier, sustenance was one of the biggest issues. And with Faber, we got a lot of other ideas coming in where sustenance became a much more better platform. And with that sustenance platform, the improvement journey became even more stronger. With that improvement journey, we got multiple growths in various stages of our production areas. If I may say that one of the biggest things that we saw was our wastage is literally halved in that sense. And then we had productivity figures going up and man, like we say, production per man hour also began to improve. And that we have seen it improving by almost 30–40% in some cases, some a little bit less, but in my view, even with 20–30% of productivity increase for the same manpower that you use is quite phenomenal.
Great. As you know that Faber Infinite has been associated with Goldie Solar in operations and process efficiency. Can you share a little bit more about the journey and the role of Faber Infinite in the improvement numbers?
Yes, Faber Infinite, I would say Faber Infinite is a third word, third eye for any company. So as a third eye, I know Faber from last 2–3 years, but we associated last to last year. And with Faber, we have done operational excellence and the gaps which as a company or as a process we could not or our team could not identify that Faber has identified the gaps, the losses, the practices which should be followed, which was not followed. So Faber has helped us to improve the operational excellence. Yeah, as a Faber, you are working very well in many industries with operational excellence, with people excellence, and different modules. And the best thing which I would like to appreciate is the lean facility design. Our 2 GW factory in 25 acres coming up in Navsari. When your team has introduced this lean facility design, so I thought, what will be? Our team said, what is the lean facility design? This is very new word to us. So we thought, let us try this. So we approach Akash, okay, let us try and let us see how you can help us. The way the whole exercise has taken place from existing company to a new plant design, the new plant utility facility, and the complete manpower and everything planning, the planning of the putting up a new plant. So which have changed our approach of setting up a new production lines, setting up a factory. So we have, with the help of Faber, we have changed our approach of thinking traditionally. I think I would say the Faber has changed our mentality of how to plan, how to execute. So that is the best way. And yeah, we have been benefited with the existing plant what we are doing, but the lean facility design, which have helped us not only contribute to many areas, but contribute. It has lowered down our capital cost, the way the solutions given, so that was the main benefit. And yeah, it's not always benefit. It's a I would say it's a partnership. The Faber is helping to in the Gold's growth story. Yeah.
No, I'm humbled and glad for your kind words, sir. And as you rightly say, we are always a one team. We are always part of Goldie, and we are always there for a sustainable growth.
Team Faber has been associated with 260 brands in the past, where we worked on projects like lean facility design, value stream mapping. We did some amount of work with our sales growth framework as well. So, can you share more details about our engagement and how Faber was contributing in the numbers or the growth numbers that you have been talking about?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I'm a very I'm a pessimistic person when it comes to consultants, I must say. So you know, especially given my assignments in North America, but consultants usually come on, and even if you're wearing the watch, they will turn your hand around and tell you, Gaurav, that's the time. So that's the sort of perspective I have. And no offense to the consultants, especially Faber, but I think Faber did a fantastic job sort of showing me that they don't just talk the talk, they walk the talk as well. And I think that's the sort of experience we've had. So the initial sort of assignment that we worked on together, your team had come down to Zambia to support us on, was the relocation of our factory. So again, at that time, people didn't think that we could actually relocate our factory, but we did, and we had the necessary support and tools and team members to help us for the planning from, right from, the layout all the way up to, efficiencies and the value stream that's going to be sort of value that's going to be created through the 3 value streams we have in our factory, with the sort of tools that were provided by Faber. I think also the sort of roadmap and the sort of strategy that you had taken on had helped us, because you didn't only just work with our technical plant associated staff, but we walked through the entire end-to-end value chain, right from the purchase order being received all the way up to a driver that is going on to the product. So I think I appreciated the breadth of the coverage that was done by Faber, that sort of incorporated discussing and learning from our drivers, who are right at the bottom of the HR structure that we have, all the way up to our chairman, Mr. Vijay himself. So I think that was quite wonderful. The sales analysis that was done by your team visiting in country as well was very good. Very data driven, very process oriented, something that I appreciate given my analytical approach to things. So I think that was definitely very helpful to open our eyes to understand where some gaps are, because naturally at the end of the day, we're always trying to understand our weaknesses and build on those with a Kaizen approach. So that is something that we're looking for. The third assignment with Faber for 2021. I shouldn't say that right now, but hopefully we can make that work despite the pandemic.
Sure. I'm very, very glad you mentioned all of that. Thank you so much for those kind words.
As a team Faber Infinite, we have been associated with MB, and we take proud in saying that we are with you, and some or other way we are trying to contribute to the MB journey. So with the way we are working on the areas like waste reduction or production improvement and others. So we'd like to seek your feedback about how do you felt this journey so far and how does it going?
It was interesting. I would say that we have set, if you remember, at the beginning of the assignment, we set certain goals, and we set certain working deadlines. I think 6 months and 9 months, like 6 months plus 3 months of continuity and 3 months of final handover period. So we have almost completed, I would say, 70% of our most of the goals, and all the directions were good. So the boys who are helping us here are really, they are putting their heart and soul, and there is a very good synergy between the team as well as like Faber team is MB's manufacturing. So we could see that like typically in the past what we have seen the problems is when the consultant team come on the board, there is always a belief in the manufacturing or the operations team that ये उनका काम है, like it is the consultant's job and they are supposed to do it. So I could say, I would compliment you on this, that your boys have completed this assignment without giving that feeling to our team that it is not, they could probably on every single day they could tell that this is your job and we are here to help you to do your job. It is not our job to run your factory better. It is just we know certain things better than you and we are transferring it to you, and it is your job to run your organization better than it is my job. So that has been taken very positively from both the sides, and I think that was very required, because many of the people, I'm sure, I don't know what was your experience, but many people from the manufacturing has this experience related issue that whenever consultants get out of their organization, the efficiencies start again plunging. They start going down, and people again go back on the same lethargy. So I'm seeing that at least we are not going back, because in between, because of the COVID, your guys were absent for a while, and then there was also a change in the team. But even all these things, it didn't impact much of the performance. Every day there is a small improvement, but improvement. So that's a good thing. We are happy about it. We keep on talking, and both the parties are very open to criticism. They tell us a lot of things which we are doing wrongly. We also tell them certain things which we feel they are not doing so well. So both the parties take it in a positive spirit. We have a lot of arguments here with your people many times, but that's a very productive and healthy arguments. We spend hours arguing with each other that how it has to be done. But at the end of the day, we come to some conclusion, and in the whole process, we improve ourselves. So that's the best part of it.
मंथन से ही अमृत निकलेगा. Yes.
Yes.
So definitely, thanks for that compliment, sir. It's really encouraging for us when we hear such compliments from a industry leader like you, and this will motivate us also to keep continuing our contribution in this journey. And as you correctly said, it's not about just improvement, but the sustenance is the key. And
Yes.
we also focus a large on that. It's not just improvement we should talk about, we should talk about the sustenance as well.